Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to make this one sheet mini album, and at the end I'll do a full flip through. There is a twist to this. I'm using 11 by 17 paper. It is Nina 110 pound exact index cardstock, and I will link it down below. It is great for these little projects, and it was pretty fun to try to figure out how to design it, how to put it together. I did do a search and didn't find anything that was labeled 11 by 17 one sheet here on YouTube. So let me take you through this and I'll show you what I did, which is a lot like what you would do with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So here's our paper. I'm going to grab my scoreboard. Of course, there's no fancy scoreboard that I know of that is specifically for 11 by 17 paper. So I am going to go ahead and use my big board here. And we're going to make some scores. We have the 17-inch side going west to east here. And I am going to score it in half. So that is at 8.5. And 4 1/4. I think the 8.5, doing the 8.5 first just gives me that visual of, you know, kind of mentally knowing where things are and where the other scores should go. Now, if we did this right, we're going to flip it around this way, and this will still be at the 8.5-inch mark, and we'll do 4 1/4 again. And now we're going to go ahead and score in half. So this is 11 inches, so we're going to score it 5.5 to make it in half. And so you're going to go as far down on your scoreboard as you can without hitting the end and wiggling around your scoring tool. So it goes just about to that last score line. And oops. And we're just going to flip it this way and do the same all the way down to meet the other score line, right about there. So next, we are going to fold and burnish at all these score lines. These first sets of folds are just to loosen the fibers of the paper. So we want a nice fold on each of these lines, and we will probably be moving a bunch of them around in a different direction in just a minute. Okay, so now we have our mountain. So here's the middle of the paper, obviously, and then we are going to lay it down this way. So here's the fold across the top. And we are going to cut. We are not going to cut anything away. We are going to cut a T. So we want to go from this first score line to the second score line to this third score line. So cut that area. And then in order to get there, we can cut one side of the paper. So just the top side down the middle. So we are going to make a letter T, so cut up and then across, and we are going to, you can definitely use scissors for this, whatever you're more comfortable with. The one that I made already, my example, it was kind of wonky here, so I put that piece at the bottom, so it worked out just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't know if you can see probably the score lines with the light and the plastic and the glare and all the things, but I'm going to go ahead and use the trick that May taught me, one of many, and sink my blade into the middle score here. And then cut down. Make sure, yep, that looks good. And now I can probably do this all at once. So I fold it in half. My open side is here. And I am going to cut from this area down to here. So I'm going to sink my blade again. Make sure that my pages are lined up. Everything's pretty attached, so I don't think I can get misaligned very much right now. And there's that. Move this guy away. And there we have all of the cutting that you need to do. So all we're going to do from here is fold and glue. So for this process, you want to use a glue that is a wet glue, but also that has a that can put kind of a fine bead of glue. If you've watched any of my videos before, I generally use art glitter glue, and it has this fine metal tip. I know Barely Art Glue also has something that you can add to make a very fine bead of glue. So we have our T here. I'm going to fold this up, and so we are just going to glue around these two sides. So basically here, I don't know if you can see all of that, but along the edge here, and glue it together. And we're going to do that on both sides. The reason that we want a fine bead of glue here is because this is also making a pocket, and this pocket is hidden. And so, do that. If you're like me and gonna squish the glue all over your working surface, you might want to get out a silicone mat here, or some kind of mat that's easy to wipe the glue away from. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we have now all of the gluing that we need to do for the base. Now you can decide whether you want the edges of the paper or the cut side to be the top. The difference is that, of course, it's folded here, whereas it's glued here. And so on my last one, I cut the T with a regular scissors, and it was a little wonky, so I put this part at the bottom. But now I'm going to put it at the top, since I used the paper trimmer and got a nice clean line. So the only other thing that we need to do here is we need to fold this up, because we are going to have a it's going to land like this. So now you want to go ahead, burnish down all of your folds after you have the glue. Loosen things up if you need to. And so you have your pages, you have your front page, and your back page, and now you know that the two hidden pockets are right here. So I had originally anticipated doing some tags that would pull out with ribbon. That way they could kind of, the tabs would fold up in here. But I decided to put my tags in without any tab. So no ribbon, no twine, no file folder tab, anything like that. And so they are truly kind of hidden in there. I think if you're a crafter and you looked at it, you might know where it is. But if you're giving this as a gift, you might want to let the recipient know where those are. So like I said, I am doing some tiny giveaways for the month of July, for Christmas in July. And the first of my giveaways is going to be this ephemera pack. It is a tiny giveaway, so you were warned. But this ephemera pack, of course, I'm not sponsored by Echo Park. This is one that I had that is not open, that was in my stash, and I'd like to share it with you. I actually use the same package in my scrap tag video, which will be probably next week. In order to enter, you need to live in the United States or Canada. I will also be sending it through USPS, so I don't anticipate having any problems using the USPS for delivery in the US or Canada. So, in order to enter, you need to be subscribed to my channel and also comment below if you have a favorite paper company or paper designer. If you've watched, a couple of my videos, you might already know who I'm going to talk about in just a minute here. But that's what you need to do. This is a non-sponsored video. You need to comment with your favorite paper designer or paper company and live in the US or Canada, be 18 years of age or older, and I will have a link to the rules of my giveaway in the description. Good luck. Additionally, I'm super excited to give away this action stamp set by May Made It. Details below. Okay, now that I've described the giveaway, you probably know what I am going to talk about here. My little book is decorated with the A Very Merry Christmas collection from Cartabella, and this is a design by Stephen Duncan, who I've talked about in like half a dozen of my videos, and I only have like 2 dozen. So at any rate, there's a lot of kind of old Art Deco, which kind of morphs into that mid-century modern 50s look, that retro look, and I really just love all of the packs that he does, so much that I even put a piece of the binding strip in the bottom of this one. To be totally honest, I accidentally sliced this page at the wrong dimensions, and so I cut it right here. And so I just put that over as as kind of a cover and a I love this paper statement. Here we have a piece of one of the 12 by 12s that has lines on it for journaling. And then I did this in the middle of the night. So some of these are off. I had a hard time sleeping when I was finishing it up, and you see here's where I talked about earlier how I didn't really like the way that it was cut at the bottom, or when I cut the middle, so that's why I put it at the bottom, and I can probably clean that up a little bit more. So of course I have my tag here, and this is, you can put a photo, journaling, whatever you want. Each of these panels is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So each of these little mats is 5 1/4 by 4. And these are 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Is that right? They are 5 by 3 3/4. They're 5 by 3 3/4. Realizing that this entire mat is really a ruler, I just decided to measure it. And then, of course, we have our second hidden mat under here. And so, like I said, if you're a crafter and you opened this and looked at it and figured out what it was, you might be able to tell where the other tag is. You may want to put a piece of twine or a little arrow. Even the arrow stamp would be really cute here. You can find an arrow stamp on the Action stamp set at May Made It. I'll go ahead and link that below. And then let's see, here's some more spots and other spots. This kind of folds like, wait, how does it go? Like this. And then here's the back. So I really love this paper. It is so fun. And so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this little book, but I know that I love this photo, so I might just set it somewhere, fill it with some old Christmas photos. That might be fun, to have older Christmas photos in this kind of retro mini album, and kind of put it out for people to enjoy, and then I can enjoy this little scene. Good luck to everyone who's interested in entering my tiny giveaway for this set of ephemera. Thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, please. And then these are 4 3/4 by 5 by 4. That's not right. Oh my goodness, I don't know maths. So we are just, ugh. Seriously? Okay.